Happy Sunday, people. Cheers to y'all. Peace and blessings. Do the propaganda and news media manipulation and systemic psychological programming. They saying monkeypox is like a sexual disease, like an STD, right? Then they saying it comes from the gay community. So there's a bunch of different narratives and stories, right? But I say this, right? They already psychologically programmed society to be hypersexual, right? BET is loaded with LGBTZ movies and shows and programs, right? So everybody is operating on a low vibrated frequency. Everybody, all the chicks want niggas with big dicks, and dudes want chicks with fat asses, and and excuse my language, but I gotta, explain it how I explain it, right? So all the girls want the dudes with super big dicks. They want, everybody is lustful and so physical. And all right, King blessings. Everybody is caught up on this low vibrated wave. But now look, monkeypox is knocking people off. And the first girl they said in Atlanta that had it was a black girl. So it kind of seems like black people was always the poster child for diseases and stuff like that. Like they said, AIDS started in Africa, and then it went to Haiti, and same thing with all these crazy people that's mysteriously hitting old ladies and knocking Asian people out and harassing Asian people and old people. There's always some type of black person, like but we, an educated black person can tell when it's a black person that's psychologically off or something, but it's all a narrative and an agenda. And also, you have people that misrepresent a culture of people, right? But everything negative is associated with blacks. Gang banging, shooting, killing, all type of stuff. They showed a black dude rob a cop in the Bronx. A young kid robbed a cop in the Bronx. That's a little off to me too, because peace and blessings, happy Sunday. That's a little off to me too, because what would make a young kid, what would make a dude run down on a cop and rob a cop and take his badge and his gun? Either that was personal, either the dude knew the cop outside of the confrontation, either he been knew him and knew like, all right, this nigga not built like that, I'm gonna run down on him with the laser and take his badge and his gun. It had to be personal, because no dude is running down on a random person and he got a badge and a gun. And then if you do run down on a person with a badge and a gun, you kind of gonna think twice before you take the badge and the gun. So I think that's a systematic programmed narrative also, because they want you to think, oh, dudes in the Bronx, they're shooting and killing each other, they gang banging, the drill music, they know Bronx is like the leading borough with the drill music. So now, oh, they robbing cops for their weapons, oh, it ain't safe in the Bronx, we need more officers, we need this. Now mind you, they building, if it ain't built already, there's a new 40th precinct in the South Bronx. The original one is on 138th by M0NK Projects, but they have a new 40th precinct, which is on 149th Street, next to close by Morehouses, by the Burger King, where the R&S Strauss was at. They got a whole new big precinct built there, and I think they put that precinct there specifically so they could be more in the middle of all the action going on in the projects, is like Morehouses, John Adams and St. Mary's on Jackson Ave, Melrose and Jackson projects on Cortland Ave and Patterson's, Marhaven. I think they wanted to be smack dead in the middle. Twin, what up, Twin? You live over here?
Nah, you know it's crazy. I was with my boys right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to go see.
Partner left. You about to see the other twin?
Yeah.
All right, blessings, blessings. Oh, you ain't working today?
Nah.
She is though.
Yeah.
All right, blessings. Tell her I send my love. All right, my guy. Yeah, so you know they building a new precinct. Smack dead in the middle of these neighborhoods. And I think they trying to paint a preliminary agenda because, you know, this is a chess game, and you know, they always think 4 and 5 and 6 and 10 moves ahead. So one situation always domino effects into another and then another and then another. But if that was an actual scenario and not a psyop scenario or a program narrative scenario, then that was crazy for the dude to rob the cop and then take his gun and his badge. He a wild boy. And when they catch him, it's quiet for him. They probably gonna give him a lot of time and break him up. And also on the flip side of that too, at least it's nice to see that somebody is not scared of the colonizers either, the oppressors either. And I think if more people stood up to police, it'd be less corruption. You know, because they don't really catch the real criminals. They always catch people, or they always do things to people who's not even doing nothing. It's crazy. It might sound crazy, but that's what it be. We living in unpredictable times. I ain't gonna say, oh, it's getting worse, because a lot of people run with that. Oh, it's getting worse now than ever. Like I always tell y'all, this is romper room compared to the 80s. When it was pimping, prostitution, Pizzagate, sex trafficking was heavy, Epstein and it was heavy in the 80s. And you know, 42nd Street was loaded with whorehouses, pimps, prostitutes. The heroin and crack epidemic was huge. The AIDS epidemic was huge. So like now, these days and age, chicks got Backpage and they can stay in their house and just make little sex videos and get cashed apped and make money. They don't really have to hit the whole strolls or be in clubs like the Wedge and, you know, and be on concrete like Sin City and Bada Bings, and they don't really have to be in these clubs no more. They could just do fans only and make money. So it's easier now. A lot of things now that's way easier. Life is not getting worse. So don't let the news media, don't let society psychologically program you to think like that. You know, don't let them get you to think like that, because it's romper room. This shit ain't nothing on the 80s. Or the 70s, because dudes was running up in banks heavy in the 70s. But yeah, people, one of the cures and the solutions to monkeypox is abstinence, self-control, celibacy. People say, oh, you should get checked up, but fuck all that. Y'all gotta stop being hypersexual. Control your lower desires. Control your lust. That shit won't be able to be productive if nobody's humping around. And then if you got one partner and y'all both really being loyal to each other, alhamdulillah, sorry about that. If you got a partner and y'all both being loyal to each other, y'all don't gotta worry about no monkeypox. If dudes ain't running around being, you know, being Twizzlers, y'all won't have to worry about no monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? So we spoke on monkeypox, and I spoke on a kid that took the cop's badge and gun. Oh, all the rappers in Atlanta. All these dudes catching feds cases and everything. So these dudes got record deals. They got opportunities to travel the world, go to other countries. Alhamdulillah, pardon me. They say you could take the boy out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out the boy, right? So you got the opportunity to travel the world and be productive. And y'all putting out records, and y'all got opportunities to be in movies and everything else. And y'all thinking about spending y'all money on moving bricks? Or trying to actually live out the foolery jewelry that y'all rap about? Y'all want to gangbang and kill each other? Y'all all deserve to go down. Because y'all black Klansmen. y'all liabilities with asset opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just my take on it, people. Top of the Sunday. Have a blessed day. Travel safe and be well. Move militant, be diligent. Stay away from the ignorance. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. The only time wise men hang around fools is when they educate them or enslaving them. Stay up like a cup, I holler back on my collar crack. We get up like sit-ups. Iron, uno. Oh, and by the way, I went to the job fair that Queen of Harlem had in Harlem inside Forster, which is King Towers. There was a lot of people out there. It was productive for the kids and for the youth and for those looking for employment. I just went there to see if the credit repairer was there. But yeah, you know, it was very productive and it was very helpful to the community. Shout out to Queen of Harlem, Michelle S'mores. Keep up the good work. Don Florio was there, the lawyer, the criminal and federal defense lawyer. Don Florio. She's definitely a great lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all got the bag and y'all in a jam, y'all can holler at her too. She's a good criminal defense lawyer. Anyway, I'm signing off from Oxygen Uno.